please hear me. We are twice as likely to get a late breast cancer diagnosis, therefore less likely to survive. But we can turn this around. Self-examine your breast, and for those of us aged 50 to 71, attend your breast screening every 3 years. Maybe you ignored your screening letter, or you need to reschedule your appointment. Whatever your situation, take action today. Search London Breast Screening online or call 0203 758 2024. Attend your breast screening and take charge of your health.
1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer, a shocking fact that we can help change by increasing early diagnosis. My name is Dean. I'm from South London, a DJ and record label owner, but most importantly, a son, brother, uncle, and friend. Prostate cancer is having a devastating impact on our families and our communities. That's why I went to my GP and asked for a PSA blood test to check my risk of prostate cancer. The nurse took blood from my arm, and within a few weeks, I was told everything looks fine. Brothers, please do the same. Our health is the real wealth. Prostate cancer has no symptoms in its early stages, so a PSA blood test can help pick up the disease early. Early diagnosis of cancer means much better survival rates. And I want to see more of our people surviving cancer. What will it take for you to get checked? Black men 45 and over, contact your GP practice today and ask for a PSA blood test.
Just Cool Radio is on the hunt for DJs, presenters and hosts to be a part of our broadcasting assistant team. If you feel you have the skills and the ability to join radio right about now via the email JUSCOOLRADIO@outlook.com. Also, contact us via WhatsApp or via the phone line on the number of +447 538 704 791. We repeat one more time, this is JUSCOOLRadio.com, on the hunt for hosts, presenters and DJs who would like to join our broadcasting team. So if you want to join our team, the number is +447 538 704 791. JustCoolRadio.com, disturbing the silence, catching the eye of many.
Yo, what's good, my people? This is Naveside, and you're locked into the #1 morning show, the Universal Show with the legendary DJ Special K. Always the #1 for hip-hop and R&B.
Some things that make you so confused. One minute I'm so in love, and the next I can't stand you. But if you may ask, it's just the things that you do that reminds me of all of the mess that I've been through. I got baggage with me, don't wanna make you take what somebody else has done to me. I don't know what to do. All this baggage in me. Every time I hurt your feelings, it's what someone's done to me. I don't mean to hurt you. Heartache and pain, I just can't do it again. So I look for the worst and brace myself for the hurt. But nobody has ever treated me this way. Please be patient with me, 'cause I want you to stay. But I got this baggage with me. Don't wanna make you take what somebody else has done to me. I don't know what to do. All this baggage in me. Every time I hurt your feelings, it's what someone's done to me. I don't mean to hurt you. All this baggage with too much swag. I carry too much baggage. It's hard to say if these two can come together as one. Won't say I can't, won't say I don't, won't say I will, won't say I will. But what I will say, that's for sure. I can't decide if I love you. Maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go, maybe I'll try, maybe I won't. Maybe the stars will give us hope, but I can't decide. It's hard to trust someone this day and age, you know. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Don't wanna give my
like how you gonna hear it? If Universal don't play it, like how you gonna hear it? If Universal don't play it, like how you gonna hear it?
I can't decide if you are someone I can trust. Could be your fault, maybe, could be mine too. You walk with too much swag. I carry too much baggage. It's hard to say if these two can come together as one. Won't say I can't, won't say I don't, won't say I will, won't say I will. But what I will say, that's for sure. I can't decide if I love you. Maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go, maybe I'll try, maybe I won't. Maybe the stars will give us hope, but I can't decide. It's hard to trust someone this day and age, you know. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Don't wanna give my all, then you go drop the ball. I just need time to see if you really love me or not. Won't say I can't, won't say I don't, won't say I will, won't say I won't. But what I will say, that's for sure. I can't decide if I love you. Maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go, maybe I'll try, maybe I won't. Maybe the stars will give us hope, but I can't decide. Don't get me wrong, doesn't mean I'm moving on. I'm just saying how I feel. Just respect it, that's the deal. Love is something that should grow. It's important that you know. Maybe I'm not trying to hide. Just need time before I decide to love you. Love, love. But I can't decide. I won't say I can't, won't say I don't, won't say I will, won't say I won't. But what I will say, that's for sure. I can't decide if I love you. Maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go, maybe I'll try, maybe I won't. But what I will say, that's for sure. But I can't decide.
Butterfly.
This is the feature presentation.
I done been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that it's true. Make me holler and I bet $1 million. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. It's 5 in the morning, Kush is rolling, she making steak and eggs. Yeah, at 5 in the morning, we can only be about to do one thing. What? See, I told her, the devil is a lie. Them other girls can't compete with mine. You do it so good, you my mind. You pull it out, then you open wide. You make me want to tap out and retire. That pretty lips leave me so inside. I think that she a winner. She could be a keeper, cause she's such a good. Got lipstick on my lips. She's such a good kisser. Rain on this parade.
Hey, what's up? It's Rita Ora. Make sure you keep it locked this morning with my boy Special K on the Universal Show. Boom.
This is the feature presentation.
I done been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that it's true. Make me holler and I bet $1 million. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you.
It's 5 in the morning, Kush is rolling, she making steak and eggs.
Yeah.
At 5 in the morning, we can only be about to do one thing.
See, I told her, the devil is a lie. Them other girls can't compete with mine. You do it so good, you my mind. You pull it out, then you open wide. You make me want to tap out and retire. That pretty lips leave me so inspired. I think that she a winner. She could be a keeper, cause she's such a good. Got lipstick on my lip. Oh, baby. She's such a good kisser. I'ma rain on this parade. Oh, baby. Listen, let me tell you something. I done been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that it's true. Make me holler and I bet $1 million. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you.
This girl, she my hero, get De Niro. Pesos racing,
I ain't wanted your coffee.
I'm staring at your barrel, pull the trigger.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang. I told her, the devil is a lie. Them other girls can't compete with mine. You do it so good, you my mind. You pull it out, then you open wide. You make me want to tap out and retire. They pretty lips leave me so inspired. I think I got a winner, could be a keeper, cause she's such a good. Got lipstick on my
Yeah, they try to put me in the box. It's impossible. Or less. Oh yeah. And this time it's all or nothing. Said it's real. Oh yeah. Listen, I'ma take you 10 rounds like a boxer, baby. Show you how I put down what rocks a lady. Promise you're asking when I'm done for more. I'ma switch it up and make life comfortable. Yeah, they try to put me in the box. It's impossible. Or less. Oh yeah. And this time it's all or nothing. Said it's real. Oh yeah. Listen, I'ma take you 10 rounds like a boxer, baby. Show you how I put down what rocks a lady. Promise you're asking when I'm done for more. I'ma switch it up and make life comfortable. I'ma be the reason you're not sleeping, baby. I'ma invade the thoughts you keeping, maybe. If you're still not convinced, I'll tell you more. Make you forget the way you felt before. Oh, I could be your wake-up reason daily. You could be my first and leading lady. I'ma make you happy that you waited for me to settle down. Oh, I'm ready and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm tired of the game, already played it. I'm over all the mother girls I dated. I tell you what you are, you're my diamond girl. You're the one I put the rock on. You're my diamond girl. You're the one that I quit the game for. You're my diamond girl. You're the one I put the rock on. You're my diamond girl. You're the reason I quit the game for. Hey, can't explain just how much you shine. Give me your heart, I'll give you mine. I'm putting my future on the line. Baby, it's just you and I. From this day on, let's make a deal. I'll stay true, you keep it real. Don't be shy about how you feel. Baby, don't be shy. Hey, I could be your wake-up reason daily. You could be my first and leading lady. I'ma make you happy that you waited for me to settle down. I'm ready and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm tired of the game, already played it. I'm over all the mother girls I dated. I tell you what you are, you're my diamond girl. You're the one, I put the rock on. You're my diamond girl. You're the one that I put the game for. You're my diamond girl. You're the one, I put the rock on. You're my diamond girl. You're the reason I quit the game for. A room with a better view, suit with a weatherproof, Burberry overcoat, new money attitude. A playboy, you would know if you read the news. I could be with any other fine girl instead of you. Nightlight, city life, ride roof back. She's quite pretty, nice thighs, who's that? I'll be your publisher, you can be my centerfold. Long as you do me right, show me how I'm edible. And I'm a lead man, you can be my co-star. You been acting like your mind's right so far. And you the type that enjoys the best. The 4-star suites, ice, big toys, and jets for real. Let me show you how it's supposed to feel. Mommy, take them shoes off, let's close the deal. Cause honey, you reach the top, stop social climbing. If my record don't sell, we'll still go diamond. Diamond girl, you're the one. I put the rock on. Hey, you're my diamond, baby, girl. You're the one that I quit the game for. You're my diamond girl. You're the one. I put the rock on, baby, you're my diamond girl. You're the reason I quit the game for. Hey. Yeah. You're my diamond girl. I know you wanna hear that again. Run the record.
Beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful night. Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass. Let's start it off sexy. What do you say? And all the ladies say. And all the ladies say. I think I like that. And all the ladies say, welcome to the champagne life, where trouble is a bubble in a champagne glass. Dreams and reality are one and the same. And we gonna do it like this. Got an addiction for life in this baby. Like every day is my birthday, you know what I'm getting. And reserved for time, that's where I'm sitting. Me and my friends in about 6 minutes. Chillin' so breezy. And my designer suit, I make this look easy. Sexy baby, don't you dare act like you don't see me. Baby, I know you see me. It's all about them fast car nights and them big boat days. Living this champagne life, everything's okay. Let's toast it up. Woo. Oh. What's going on, everybody? This is Neo. Get up, get up, get up, get up the right way on this Saturday. DJ Special K, the Universal Show, the only morning show that you need to be listening to for the rest of your life. It's Neo. Peace and love. Definition of a good time. Living out my dreams, watching them come true. Baby, I'm a boss, I don't know what they do. If you're down to ride, come on and I'll take you. I know you want me to take you. So if it's all about them fast car nights and them big boat days, living this champagne life, everything's okay. Let's toast it up.
what went on there? Well, excuse me. I don't know what happened, man. The Duppy came into the studio and he said, hey, we're not allowing you to play that song. He said, no way. I ain't got that, so why should you have that? Good morning. Definitely want to say good morning and welcome to another installment of the world famous Universal Show. I had to catch that one quick. It's no problem, man. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're situated around the world. Nice to have your listening ears. Them gremlins, man. You see what they did there? Them gremlins. JUSCOOLRADIO.com, broadcasting around the world. It is the Universal Show. Saturday morning. Nice to have your listening ears. Now, we were supposed to have the Reminisce show today. But that should be returning next week or the week after, right? As I said to you, the guests are starting to roll out now. So watch out for that. But we will be doing Soothing Sundays tomorrow. So watch out for that, 12 till 2. Soothing Sundays will return as normal, but it's just a Reminisce show. Just rescheduling, all right? Nice to have you all on board. And this week, you know what? I thought, do you know what? Let me just put down the new music. Just feature some good music. Yeah. Well, if you haven't stepped outside yet, I can tell you for the record, it's freezing. They've been telling us a full story for the last couple of days. They said this weekend is going to be mild. I don't know about that. It's freezing outside. So make sure you wrap up warm today, extra warm, whatever you're intending to do today. And make sure you keep Just Call Radio on the go, though. Universal Show definitely on the way. I'll tell you what, I've got my guest in the building, you know. He's raring to go. He's raring to go. My guest is in the building. First guest for 2024. Yeah. For the last few weeks, we've been giving you so much brand new music, futuristic music. And I did tell you guys, towards the latter part of January, early February, it's interview season again. Universal Show. Woo! Oi, that bass, oi, that bass is nice. Crazy. So here we are, room number 1, officially, with my first official guest for 2024. Can you believe it? Let me just make sure that your levels are good on the... Your mic on here? Yeah. Is your mic's not on there. I'm not sure. Let me get a little... What we doing here?
1, 2.
Yeah. How's that sound? Does that sound good?
1, 2. Yeah, sounds great.
That sounds clean.
Yeah.
Nice and clean. Just got to make sure, you know what I mean? The levels are good. The levels are good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So my first official guest for 2024 right here on Saturday morning, Just Call Radio. The man behind a lot of music, a lot of compositions, a lot of stage shows, musical entrepreneur, and a great musician, great artist within his own right. He's here this morning to share the experience on the Universal Show. Can you introduce yourself this morning, please?
My name is Dean Mark. Some people may know, have seen me many times at places like the Jazz Cafe in London, or Ronnie Scott's, with people like Roy Ayers,
Yes,
or Don Blackman, or Frank McComb, or Don E, Omar, the British Collective. You know, the list goes on.
the list
man.
goes on, and we're
Craig
going to get into
David,
that.
Lamar, and all them kind of
Too
things,
many
you know.
names, too many names. So a lot of people within the world of R&B, soul, jazz, you name it, and sometimes other genres too, will be very familiar with Dean Mark, the infamous bass player. But there's going to be a lot of people this morning, they'll be like, okay, who's this guy? Never seen him before. I never saw him at that show. What show are you talking about? Oh, he's okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna tell him about it this morning.
Yeah, because I'm usually.
Yeah, we're gonna tell him about it this morning.
I'm usually the guy in the background. I'm in the background. You know, you just, whichever artist, you just look to the left, just behind.
I like that.
And I'm normally back there
In the background.
on the bass, making some faces and stuff. But yeah, right in the background. You know.
I love that. So Dean,
Yeah.
we're gonna take it back to basics this morning.
Okay.
Because you didn't just wake up one day and start playing bass for Roy Ayers. You didn't
No.
just wake up one day and just start touring with the community gospel choir. You didn't just wake up like that. So I want to take it back to the time before you did music.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're giving a little history lesson before we get to the lesson.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. So take me back to a young Dean Mark before music.
Right. So
What was you doing before music?
So young D. So I grew up just down the road.
Okay.
Camberwell.
Whoa.
Yeah.
SE5.
Yes, SE5. And yeah, I kind of, you know, I actually made my little start in theatre. Do you know what I mean? As like from the age of like 15 and stuff like that. I used to go to a youth theatre over in Aldgate. It was a place called the Curtain Theatre, and I was part of that particular youth theatre. So yeah, so you know, the late 80s. You would find me at the age of 15. I was always obsessive about music, you know, really obsessive about music, and I was like the biggest Prince fan ever. But I was an aspiring young actor at that point.
That's what I was just about
You
to
know what I
say.
mean?
Because obviously, hence the theatre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a really. I went to Sacred Heart School in Camberwell, and I had a really good drama teacher. Her name was Miss Wales, and she took a lot of time with me, you know, and took me to the auditions and stuff like that, and you know, I kind of started to excel as a young performer. So from being in secondary school, I already had this thing where I knew that I was going to be a performer of some sort. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
That my kind of calling was to be either on stage, you know. But the thing is, I was already playing guitar from like the age of 10, just messing around with it. Nothing serious.
Which particular guitar?
It was just my grandma sent me this little acoustic guitar.
Right. Okay.
When I was a little kid.
Right, okay.
I remember. I mean, she sent it to me like way before I was 10, and but it was kind of just sitting there. And as I started to get into music as a kid and a young teenager, I thought, maybe, yeah, let me find that guitar, you know.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
Again, there was at my primary school there was a teacher, and she started to give guitar lessons. So, you know, I brought my guitar, and she tuned it up for me and stuff, and yeah, just learned a few little chords, and you know, and but that was that. I didn't really delve into it until later, until after I'd kind of gotten into performing, you know, and that kind of just being involved with performing as a young teenager in lots of youth theatres and stuff, that gave me a lot of confidence.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of confidence. So then I was like, right, where's that guitar? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I kind of, you know, started to grow.
That's a very important point you just touched on there. you said it gave you a lot of confidence. So outside of learning music, did you feel like you lacked confidence as a person? I mean, you're a young teenager now.
Yes.
So how was that growing up, young black lad in the 80s? Did you lack that confidence in school? In
I
general?
would say so. I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily gifted academically.
Right, okay.
You know,
Like
at
myself.
that age. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And so music and performing was my kind of escape in a way.
Right.
It was something that kind of really connected me to who I thought I should be, you know? And yeah, it was that one little safe space where everything just came alive, you know?
Yeah.
Music, performing and stuff that it
Did
just
you
kinda
feel
opened it up for
Did
me.
you feel like, you know, your desire for acting kind of like just faded away as the love for music became stronger?
No. My music, my love for performing, it never. I would say never faded away. It was always still there because for me, performing on stage, whether it's as an actor or as a musician, it's still performing. Do you know what I mean?
Performing arts.
Yeah, you know, you're there, and there are people. You know, on the other side. So for me, it's still the same. It's still the same hit. It's still the same buzz. But the thing that got me about being in music, it was that I found that there was a level of expression with music that was a lot higher for me. You know, it's like an instant hit. Do you know what I mean? Of real true expression. You know, I mean, you see me perform sometimes. You see me on, you know, you see
You're
me
in
on
a
the stage,
zone.
and people are like, man,
Yeah,
why is he making them faces? Because you know, when you play bass or for it to sound right, for it to sound the way it should sound, you gotta pour your emotions into that thing, you know.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
put,
yeah.
Hence the faces where you look like you're gonna cry, you know.
That's when you're feeling what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're
you know,
feeling
you
it.
have to feel it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah, yeah.
it's not gonna sound right. It's not gonna. Do you know what I mean?
So you was training on acoustic guitar. That was it? Your mum or your grandmother came to you?
But yeah, my grandma.
Your
sent
grandmother
it
gave
over
to
me.
you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool. How did you start gravitating towards playing the bass particularly?
Right. So what happened was there was like a long lost cousin of mine that I'd met up, and a friend of mine, Carl Christopher, put me in contact with him. He's like, man, you need to meet this guy. His name's Ishmael. He plays everything. He plays drums, keyboards, bass, guitar. He was like a little prince.
Yeah.
And he told me that he was putting a little band together and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I play, you know, little bits of guitar. So I went down to his house and stuff, and you know, we just, you know, started jamming and stuff. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, but the thing is, I've already got a guy who plays guitar, and he's really good. I mean, I was okay, but he's like, he's really good.
There's levels to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, but you've got a bass guitar. Because I said, why don't you just go on to bass? And I'm like, well, I don't really know how to play it. So he kind of showed me. He said, man, just you know, showed me a little bit of technique. And I was like, okay. And then he went on the drums and started holding a groove, and things just started to lock together. And I'm like, actually, yeah,
I can do this.
I like this. I like this. And it just kind of stuck. And he got his guy, you know, on guitar, and it just kind of started to gel really well. And I thought, okay, yeah, this feels surprisingly nice.
Would you say, honestly, from an experienced bass player, there's a different approach to playing the acoustic guitar as there is to playing the bass?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
what's the difference?
I mean, it's like any kind of language. Do you know what I mean? There's, especially, you know, for me growing up listening to certain things, and let's say, you know, my older brother was very instrumental in the stuff, because you know, you listen to what your older siblings listen to.
Yeah.
You know, he was bringing back, you know, Luther Vandross records. He was bringing back Alexander O'Neill records. Do you know what I mean? All that, you know, all that kind of soul, loose ends, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and the thing about all that music, it's very, very bass driven.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I started to play tunes with certain people, I kind of just gravitated to the things that I knew, you know,
Yeah.
what you've heard. So as a bass player, I kind of knew what things should sound like in terms of bass, just registering back to all that great, good, soulful music that I've heard. I'm like, that's how bass should sound, you know. Hearing Marcus Miller on, you know, Never Too Much, and you know those kind of hits. For me, that's how bass should sound.
That was a heavy bass riff.
I'm telling you.
Heavy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
this is the thing. So obviously I'm a DJ, right? As you know, of course. So when I'm growing up now, I'm like, LL Cool J. Jeez. I remember hearing him for the first time because that's who got me into hip hop. And I'm like, oh, jeez, who's this guy? Rakim. Oh, lyrical. You know, then I like my party stuff as well. I'm like, Naughty by Nature. I'm like, yo. Then I love my boogie as well, you know? So I'm going Slave, Steve Arrington.
Oh, come on now.
Right? We're going Tina Marie. Remember, I like all, you know what I mean? The whole spectrum. Yeah? I love my Rick James and Parliament Funk and all that. But they're records.
Yes.
So you're coming from a musician's background. So who were some of the key bass players in those days?
Say, but
because you must have had your favorite bass players.
Yeah. But I was coming from the same thing in terms of records. Do you know what I mean? Because I was going to you were like Reckless Records on Berwick Street. I was there how many times a week? Do you know what I mean? Just buying the Parliament records, buying the Sly and the Family Stone stuff, you know, the Funkadelic stuff, you know, Roy Ayers records, you know, anything I could find. So it kind of just started with the love of the music, and then you start to kind of, all right, let me explore the credits. Do you know what I mean? And then you see names like Marcus Miller keep repeating.
Yeah,
you know, you see, and names like Nathan East start repeating as well. Like, I mean, Nathan's on everything, and you know, guys like Anthony Jackson on all the Shaka Khan stuff, and do you know what I mean? And these names start popping up. Paul Jackson on the Herbie Hancock Headhunters stuff, and you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so you start to check these guys out even more and their playing styles, and you know, I used to go to a record shop, come home, put on the record, and plug in my bass to my bass amp and try and play along to what these guys are doing on the records. Do you know what I mean? And so that's how I kind of got into it. Just for the enjoyment of listening and trying to do what I'm hearing on the records, and you know, just be a part of it. And
that's
then
interesting.
The live thing came in later. Do you know what I mean?
So even though you was learning bass and you was listening to songs and emulating the bass, the chords and what you're hearing on songs, was you professionally trained by somebody? Like, did you have sessions every day, every week?
No. I was literally just trained by the records, and just watching other bass players, and you know, pick up a few books and just, you know, learn a few scales. But it was mainly by ear.
Wow,
you know?
that's amazing.
Just mainly by ear, and going out to like live jam sessions, and sitting in, just throwing myself into the fire. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I mainly got into it.
So you felt like you was at a stage now, you know what? I can play bass. I'm doing my thing. I'm of a standard. What was the next stage where you took it to another level now? How did it work? What was the first initial thing you done?
First... So at that point, so we're talking like early to mid 90s now. And at that time, let's say 94, 93, 94, 95, at that time in London, there were jam sessions, live jam sessions, almost every single day of the week, dotted around London, you know, that you could go to. And I wanted to go to them all. Do you know what I mean? Right. And there was one that we used to do. It was like every Thursday, just around where Great Portland Street is, just there. And there was this Thursday night thing, little funk kind of jam, and I used to play that. And so we're talking now probably about May, June of 95. I got a little call saying that I was seen at one of these open mic jams.
Okay.
And a musical director asked if I was available to go and do a tour, and so I called up and they said, yeah, we need someone to stand in because the bass player for this particular thing was not well, and the musical director saw you and he liked the sound of you, so he wanted to know if you wanted to come on tour with Boy George. We're touring Brazil, and I'm like, okay then. Do you know what I mean? So
just like that.
Yeah, just like that. And
Yeah.
I went on tour with George, and it was amazing. My first ever tour. I was only 23 years old, and it was fantastic. And that kind of, put me on a certain level where other people now they started to
Absolutely,
take me
because that's Boy
seriously.
George. You know what I mean? Culture Club, Boy George, huge.
Yeah.
80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that was kind of my entrance, my proper entrance into the scene, and I was quite, taken seriously. And then, hey, can I get your number? Can I? Do you know what I mean?
Word of
and
mouth.
It just started
Started
to slowly snowball from there.
Yeah. If you've just locked on, we have the man himself, Dean Mark. Dean Bass. He's in the studio. He's just breaking it down this morning. I'm loving the story, the journey so far. So there you are, Boy George. Massive look for your resume, for the start of your resume.
Yeah.
And then what started developing after that? Work started coming in with other artists?
Yeah. Actually, the first ever artist I actually worked for was a flautist from London called Philip Bent.
Right.
And he had that real kind of Miles Davis vibe going on. He was previously signed to GRP Records, and he had an album out that did quite well. So I worked with him, and then I think at the beginning of '95 I was working with a group called McCoy, which was
R.I.P.
Yes, dear departed brother Noel McCoy.
Noel
who
McCoy.
ran that, and in fact, he was the first artist that actually took me out of the country. I remember we did, it was January of '95. We went to Paris and did a couple of shows with McCoy. And for me, it was amazing, going to Paris and playing these songs that we rehearsed and seeing everyone sing the songs along. I'm like, oh wow, they know the songs over here. Do you know what I mean? It was amazing. Yeah. And so after Boy George, I got another surprise call actually, and because as I said, I collected a lot of Roy Ayers records, and I was a big Roy Ayers fan. So I went to see him down at Ronnie Scott's. I don't know how many times, like so many times.
Yeah.
And Roy had this saxophone player called Ray Gaskins. He played alto sax, and just no one in the world like him. He was from Baltimore, ferocious saxophonist, just absolutely ferocious. He would play sax, he'd play keys, and he'd sing, and he was just incredible. And one day I was at home, and I get a phone call and say, "Hey, my name's Ray Gaskins," and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Just randomly like that.
So he says, "Man, I need you on a show. You come really highly recommended by a guy called Mark Gilmore, who's an American drummer who they used to work together." And he said, "You come really highly recommended, and I've got a show, and I want you on it." I'm like, okay. And my first show, check this out. My first show with Ray Gaskins was Ray Gaskins featuring Kim Mazel and Jocelyn Brown.
Jeez.
So I had to learn Ray stuff.
And Jocelyn stuff.
So for me, learning somebody else's guy with a purpose, because I knew that, in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be performing somebody else's guy with Jocelyn.
That's
you know
mad.
what I mean?
And these are the songs you've grown up listening to.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
That's mad.
And I was like, oh man. I was just like, wow, I've got to nail this. I've got to nail this.
Yeah.
I've got to nail this. So I met up with him. He gave me all this was the day before the internet. So, I went to meet him, and he gave me the CDs and all that kind, you know what I mean? The stuff, right? Learn these because the show's in a couple of weeks. And I did the gig with him, and he's like, "Man, the gig's yours as long as you want it." He really enjoyed the way that I played the gig, and that slowly led onto my relationship with Roy. Because being in Ray Gaskins' band, Roy heard us a few times when he came over doing his thing, because Ray was still performing with Roy, and it was just like a, you know, like one of those fantasy that you think about. Man, I'd love to play with this guy. I'd love to. He's my hero. I'd love to play with this guy. So one day I was on the phone with Ray, and I said, Ray, why don't you just ask Roy to use your band one day? Do you know what I mean? He went, you know what? Let me call you back. And he phoned up Roy, and he's like, maybe we can work something out. And he called me back, and he said, all right, yeah, okay. Roy loves the idea, and dates started to come in. And
the rest is history.
Yeah, so I found myself playing the songs I grew up. Everybody Loves the Sunshine.
Wow.
Searching.
Yeah.
Running Away. Love Will Bring Us Back Together. All those tunes playing. And Roy's just standing there. You know what I mean?
That's surreal, isn't it?
It's absolutely.
It's surreal.
Surreal.
Yeah.
You know,
I can imagine.
And Roy, he loved what I was doing. I didn't tell him for about 2 years that I was a big fan. I just kept it.
You just played it down.
Yeah, really played it.
Who's that?
Roy?
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever, brother. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I think we done like almost like a couple of years. We done quite a few of those. Back in those days, when you went to Ronnie Scott's, artists used to play from Monday to Saturday. And it would be 2 sets a night. And we did a few of those runs, and it was the last Saturday of this particular 3-week run. And I said, Roy, you got to do something for me, man. I'm not playing tonight. He's like, man, what you talking about? And I got this case that had about 30 or something vinyl albums of Roy Ayers.
Yeah.
And I said, could you sign all those for me, please? And
like a real fan.
Like the look of astonishment on his face was like, he just couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe it.
And he signed them, and we went to, and then we went to do the show. And at certain points during the show, he just kept turning around and looked back at me and went, God damn. he was just so touched, that I was a big fan, but that I kept, all that time, I kept my professionalism in check.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Kept my head down, kept my mouth shut, just played the bass. Do you know what I mean? And I think he really checked for that, And then it kind of made sense because along that journey, I kind of like, oh, there's that song that you have. Why don't you try that? There was a particular song called Ooh I really liked. I remember convincing him to do Ooh, and he was like, yeah, we should do. We haven't done it in years, and he was like, okay, cool. And he showed the rest of the band, the chords and how it went, but he kind of still didn't drop. It didn't click that I was such a big fan, and that's why I was.
What a feeling, though, to like even be involved in the production.
Yeah,
with Roy Ayers.
Yeah,
that's a man you're growing up listening to.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, there's millions of bass players all around the world, and there's musicians all over the world. What would you say is your unique selling point?
Me? Wow, I think it's just, everyone's got a very particular personal touch on their instrument, and it's just how I approach it. There's just the sound of my hands on a bass. There's the sound of my particular timing and rhythm, and just how I choose to play the bass.
Facial expressions.
My facial expression. You remember Lonyo, right?
Yeah,
Lonyo.
of course.
Yeah, because he used to run an open mic night, and he didn't even call me when he introduced me. He introduced the band. Oh, we got Leon on drums, and he used to say, and on the bass we have the face.
The face.
So that was my. Some people didn't even know my name. They just knew me as the face.
Yeah.
But when they, saw the show, they knew why I was called the face. But yeah. So that's kind of my unique thing. I'm not saying I've got something that no one else has got or whatever. But it's I have my own way.
You clearly don't have something that fits in. You have something that stands out. Well, it is what it is.
I hope so.
Do you understand? You fit in or you stand out.
You know what it is?
It's simple.
Which has helped me play with different artists is that I like to try and always put the record first as a session musician. So I'm playing for a particular artist,
Right.
like Roy. You know, I remember I brought in my bass keyboard one time because I was a big fan of the song Poo Poo La La by
Bad
Roy.
tune.
And on that it's synth bass. So I brought my synth bass to the gig. And he's like, oh, you got a keyboard? And I played it, you know, how it was on the record. Man, you sound just like the record. You know what I mean? And that was my thing. I always wanted, whichever artist I played with, same with Don Blackman, I wanted to sound just like the record. You know what I mean? Which really helped me. After playing with Don Blackman, I used a particular drummer who became the musical director for Craig David. And because the way I played, I really liked to play it just like the record, and doing the pop thing, that is, when you're working with a pop artist, playing exactly like the record is like the mandate. You can't really pull it so much into your own personality and do what you might want to do. You have to consistently play it like the record so that the artist sounds the way that they should sound, you know. And so the kind of discipline of that really helped me work with other artists and be one of those guys that, you know, musical directors can call, because they know if they call me, I'm going to learn the stuff and it's going to sound pretty much like the record. You know?
I love that. Moving forward, I mean, you've got an extensive catalogue when it comes to who you've performed with, who you've worked with. So when did you decide to yourself, you know what? I've got all these links. I've got all these contacts. Let me go and make my own record. When did you decide that?
You know, quite a while ago. I mean, the song, the single that's out now, I Want to Touch You Baby, is actually, you know, a Roy Ayers track that I was a big fan of. But I think I first started working on that something like 2007, 8.
Wow. Okay.
Right. But check this out. I had a computer that died on me, and it died with all the files. You know what I mean?
Oh, dear.
At that point, I was good friends with the saxophonist that's on there, Najee, and he played some soprano sax on it. And because he emailed it to me, you know, that was the only surviving component of that song.
Wow.
Everything else had died. And I reached a certain point and I just thought, you know what? I think I'm ready. I'm in the right space. I'm going to try redo this track. So I found the original file that that Najee had played, and I built everything back around it. But you know, at that time, just being a session musician, so you know, I did quite a lot with, at that time, with Lamar and Lulu, and it's, you know, really, and just trying to pay the bills.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So, you know, being an unsigned artist, being in the studio, working on your own stuff, you're not making no money. So I could only really do any of that stuff in my spare time. And so it took a little while to get together. And in that time, I was actually building my studio at home. And then once that was done, then I was spent a bit of time just learning to record. Right. In terms of live, because on the record you're hearing live drums. That's Gareth Brown on drums, and that was recording in my studio. So I had to spend some time really learning how to record drums properly, you know, and just getting my craft together as a engineer and producer and stuff like that. So it took a while, you know, but I've always been into writing and recording. And stuff like that, but I just thought, well, I'm gonna do something for me, and it kind of slowly all started to fall into place. And on the track, I managed to get Gareth on drums. I got Robert Anderson, or Skins, as many people know him, on percussion. I did everything else. I did all the keys and the guitars, the bass, and the vocals. I got Vula in. So I already had Najee's sax. And I remember, you know, just recording a little video and putting it up on Facebook. And I just said, I don't know how I would make it happen, but I would love to have Roy Ayers on the track. And I just posted the video and just went about my day.
Yeah.
And I see a few messages start to come through. And one was from a wonderful keyboard player called Mark Adams, who was Roy Ayers' American musical director at that time. And he was like, man, whatever you just posted sounds great. He said, I want to send it to Roy. I was like, he said, can you send me whatever you have right there? Send it to me now. I'm gonna be seeing Roy in a few days. So just send it to me.
That's mad.
Do you know what I mean? This
That's
is like
mad.
we've been 20 minutes of posting that little video. So Roy heard it and he's like, who's this? He's like, it's Dean. He's like, oh, who's singing? He's like, it's Dean. He's like, what? And you know, he had never heard that particular song of his done
in that way.
In that way.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he really, really, really liked it. So he came over to do 3 nights at the Jazz Cafe, and I went down, and you know, I had to kind of speak to him and officially ask him, like, could you please, you know,
yeah,
do you think you might be able to play some vibes on it? And he was like, yeah, cool, yeah, come on, man.
Wow, that's love.
You know?
That's love.
You know.
Now you've got a project coming.
Yes.
What is it? Album or EP? What are you working with?
I'm going for the album.
You're going for an album?
Yeah, I'm going straight.
So how many tracks we're talking?
So I think it's about 13 tracks, 14 with the intro. I think, yeah. So 13 full tracks, and yeah.
Was it easy to put the project together? You know, approaching artists, getting feedbacks. What were some of the challenges that you faced along the way putting the project together?
Yeah, it did take quite a while, but fortunately, I kind of managed to capitalize upon some of the relationships that I built just as a bass player.
Right.
You know, so for instance, with Najee, I mean, we've always we met back in 2000 when I was playing with Roy, and we always kept in touch. And you know, he'll call me every now and again, just out of the blue. He'll just call me up and stuff, and he had a particular show that he was putting together at the Islington Assembly Halls.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And it was, the show was billed as Will Downing featuring Najee and Melissa Morgan.
Yeah, I remember that show. Yeah.
Yeah. So Najee asked me if I'd be the MD and put the band together and, you know, sort it all out. And I'm like, absolutely. Come on. Will Downing, man.
Come on. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been listening to Will, you know, over 30 years. You know?
Man. Yeah,
you
man.
know, so I was like, I jumped at the chance. And, you know, again, just kept it professional, just, you know, did the show. It was 2 nights, actually. And so there was just one point, it was just me, Najee, and Will Downing in the dressing room. We were just talking and stuff. And I was telling Will about the track that I'm working on, and Najee played on it and stuff. I'm like, man, Najee killed it. And Will said, man, you didn't call me. And I was like, is that a thing I can actually do?
Yeah.
And he's like, come on, of course.
Yeah.
So I thought, wow, okay, I'm not going to let this go. And I messaged him not too long after, and I said, I'm actually, you know, if you're up for it, I do actually have a track, you know. And he's like, okay, send it, man. Just send it.
Do you know what this makes me think of, Tosh? This morning when we was talking about your personality is your currency. Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's so your energy, what you give out is what you receive.
Yes.
Yeah? So
Yes.
if people treat you like a idiot,
yeah,
more than likely you're going on like an idiot. I lie? Yeah,
absolutely.
Or it's your vibe. Although sometimes you could be showing people positive energy,
yes,
and they give you idiot energy,
yes.
But you know what? Then you know when to say, do you know what? We're not doing that. We're not
Yeah.
doing that. But generally, we're talking what you push out is what comes back. Now, from your demeanor and the way you come across, Dean, as you said, and the thing is, you're an experienced, top in your field musician, bass player,
Thank you,
producer,
man.
right?
Thank you.
But you still have got this humility about you when you're in. It's like the love and the appreciation for the people that standing before you.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what you can do, but hold on, it's because of their music why you're here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's that appreciation, but they don't even have to say it. They can feel that.
But
They can feel that.
the nice thing
Do you
about
understand?
that particular situation with Will and with Najee that I found quite unique was that from the offset, they didn't necessarily make any distinguished difference in terms of they just see you just as a bass player. They instantly just saw me as one of their peers.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which was quite unique. It's a bit different sometimes with British artists. Here,
talk about it.
There's a little bit of a we're getting there.
Yeah.
But it's the thing with the Americans.
And I don't think it's a little bit. Say it as it is.
All right. Let me say it like this.
Yeah.
With the Americans, they expect and are not surprised. And let me open that up.
Mm-hmm.
So with the American artists, they are not surprised if you play more than one instrument.
Right.
They are not surprised if you produce. They are not surprised that if you're a writer, you know, they're not surprised if you're a producer. They expect you to play more than one instrument. They expect you probably to be able to sing and write and all that kind of stuff. It's a given, you know. Where over here it's like, oh, you play keyboards and do you know what I mean?
Everything's
They
a
kind of
surprise.
expect you just to stay in your box,
Right.
you know. Or you know, you can't be a top line writer because you're a guitarist. Like, it just works differently.
Right.
here.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Where the Americans, they expect everything from you.
Right.
They want it and they want it now. Do you know what I mean? Here it's a slightly different perspective. You know, but having worked with a lot of Americans, for me, that's the way I've always seen things anyway.
Right.
You know,
you feel like maybe the UK, some of the artists, they're not really receptive.
Abraham,
or...
do you agree with me here? I don't know.
You got it. You nailed it.
I'm getting some amens. I'm getting some amens.
So yeah, Abraham's on keyboards. He's from the States, so.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Right. I wonder if. So that could be like a. Is the music culture different then? The way they approach music in America compared to the UK?
Quite possibly. You know, it's very you know, cultural, and I just find that you know, the Americans kind of in my experience.
Yeah, in your experience.
In my experience, kind of really champion success just a little bit more. Here, they champion and encourage it a little bit more. Sometimes, if over here, if someone says, "Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that," oh, look at that flash. So and so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get on board. Celebrate success. Encourage it, because if you encourage it, you might find that you might believe just a little bit more in yourself, and then you go and do. Because when I see artists over here that are doing something great, or a musician doing something that I can't do, that I want to be able to do, I think, man, you know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to do this. I just see it as something that if they can do it, then I can do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I want to gravitate towards that.
And the thing is, there is this culture, you do hear it sometimes. Why can't you just be happy for what somebody else can do? Because, I mean, I can play football, but I'm rubbish. I'm not a footballer. I can play football, but I'm not a good footballer. I'm rubbish. Right? But you got to respect the man that can do that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong?
Nothing.
What's wrong with applauding another man who's got, you know, a skill, a talent?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I bet many of us in here can paint and decorate, but sometimes we probably can't do it to the level that you would pay someone to go and do it professionally.
And
do you know what I'm saying?
And I
There's levels to this.
always
There's
like
levels.
to I always like to show love where it's due.
Well, that's why you're here this morning.
You know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we've got to show love. And do you know what it is well? You know, I was having this conversation as well with a promoter as well. We was talking, and I was saying to him, what we got to stop doing is talking about what the other station. When we're talking about black music, by the way, we've got to stop worrying or complaining about what other stations ain't doing. when there are platforms that are trying to do it or doing it, we need to support that more. Create our own.
Yeah.
Create our own platforms.
Yes.
And utilize the platforms.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? That's what we need to start doing. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, I bet you'd be very limited to where you can go to do an interview, Dean Mark.
Well, I'm not going to... You're probably absolutely right, but that's not where my focus is going to lie.
No, but I'm just talking about from a music DJ perspective.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's not because, nothing to do with the music, it's just because we're just not supporting enough. We need to show more support.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
the music is brilliant.
Oh, thank you, man.
Do you understand?
But yeah.
It's just not being supported.
Yeah.
Too busy playing Candy by Cameo. Anyway, let's, should we get into your single this morning? I wanted to ask you one more question before we get into your single.
Okay.
And you do your thing. 'Cause I'm going to give you the stage, right? Time is running away. This has been often said. I don't know how true it is. You let me know. I've got two questions for you, actually. First one is, a lot of people would say that a bass player who plays reggae and a drummer who plays drums are the best drummer and bass players in all genres of music. What's your opinion of that? I've heard that quite a few times. I just wanted to know your stance on that.
Right. In terms of the reggae thing, reggae still intimidates me,
Okay.
Even though growing up, Jamaican mother, my dad was from Trinidad. Because, of course, bass in reggae is the absolute driving force of that music.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's the driving force of that music. And I didn't necessarily get into playing bass through the route of playing reggae. It was more through the route of playing soul and funk.
Okay.
But when I do play reggae, I know that if there's anyone out there that knows the reggae, that they could spot a fake a mile off. So you got to, you've really got to hone into that thing and do it right, because bass is the driving force of reggae. But for me, I like to play my funk and my soul, but with a kind of reggae mentality. Because for me, still the bass is the driving force
behind that
the
genre.
Funk, the soul, the R&B. So it's like even sometimes when I'm on a gig and I'm talking to whoever's doing the sound front of house, I say mix funk, mix soul like reggae. Keep the drums and the bass in your face, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, because they'll always, put the guitars loud and there's never enough bass in the house. And I'll just say, just mix funk like reggae.
Because it's funny, the reason why I asked that, because it kind of could have made sense, because a lot of soul records, not even so much the funk, but a lot of soul records, they have that kind of deep rooted. You can hear the reggae behind the bass.
Do you know what I mean? Even if you listen to stuff produced by, Jam and Lewis,
boy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that stuff, Atlantic Star, this, that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The bass parts are right up front, and that's kind of still the kind of sonic law of reggae music itself, where the bass has to be bold.
Now, times have changed from when you came into the game. Obviously, it was doing jam sessions, and then you got your first gig, doing Boy George, and the rest was history and all that. What advice would you give now to aspiring musician, bass players particularly? I mean, we're in a digital age now.
Yeah.
Where you can just throw things online.
Yeah.
Would you still only cover that, or would you still encourage musicians to go to jam sessions?
Yes. Wherever you can interact with other musicians, do it. I mean, there are a lot of people, posting stuff online, on YouTube and whatever, the social media, where they're kind of on their own playing. Yeah, that's nice, for a little 1 minute snapshot. But how well do you properly gel with other musicians?
Right.
And there's other, there's loads of, drummers showing how the chops but how well can you make a song sound? How well can you play behind an artist without you know, eating up all the space behind that
Yeah,
artist.
yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
having all those amazing, you know, technique and chops and whatever is great, but still just find the beauty in the simplicity behind music, because that can be a lot more difficult than you think it is. Do you know what I mean? You know, to just play a pattern that it sounds like it's just repeating, but really it's slowly growing and expanding, and to make that sound sweet. How do you do that? By just playing the same notes. How do you do that? Do you know what I mean? And it's all about, you know, listening, really listening, and that's what I try to tell younger musicians that
I
are
understand.
trying to, you know, get into this thing. You know.
Do you still have a top 3 favorite bass players of all time?
Well, James Jamerson.
Yeah.
You know, all the Motown stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, you can't beat him. Obviously, yes, I'm a big fan of Nathan East, Marcus Miller, Anthony Jackson. But then you got Pino Palladino as well. You know, I mean, there's so many.
So many.
But,
Those are some of your favorites.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, but those are some of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are now, 2024. Do you know what? It's mad because I remember when we premiered this tune 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
in the pandemic.
Yeah, because I think I did make a few little.
Yeah, you made some adjustments.
Yeah.
We've got the unmastered version. Yeah. I love that. And here we are again promoting the brand new single. So should I play the single first?
Yeah.
And then, because you got the band here in the studio. Big up the band in the studio, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah. Big up Tosh Macpharlo in the building. Yeah, General. We're going to get him in.
So we got Abraham Hampton on keys.
Abraham.
And we got Andrew McLean is on the
Andrew
cajon.
McLean. Yeah.
And the cymbals. Normally plays
no
drums.
problem. And you guys are going to do a live
You know he's Donny's
performance.
brother, you know.
What?
You know Donny?
No, what do you mean Donny's my brethren?
Yeah, that's Donny's brother.
No way. That's mad. What are you talking about? And you know what? And I'm looking at him now. You can see it. You can see it now. Yeah, chewing not really pre-man too much.
Yes.
But you know what I mean?
And just a little plug,
Yeah.
We'll be with his brother Donny. Are you doing the gig? The 29th of February at the Brixton Blues Kitchen. We'll be with Donny February 29th. So you see me and Andrew with Donny.
That's amazing. Big up yourself, my brother. Yeah, when you speak to Donny today, just tell him special, yeah? He'll know.
You see Donny, we give you a little plug as well. You know?
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so right, let's get on this single. Can you introduce it this morning, please, right here on the Universal Show?
So this is my version of a Roy Ayers classic called I Wanna Touch You Baby, featuring Roy Ayers himself, Najee on soprano sax, and the amazing Vula joining me on vocals. I Wanna Touch You Baby. I hope you enjoy it.
Jeez. Dean Mark live in the studio right here, JUSCOOLRADIO.com. Broadcasting around the world. Nice to have your listening ears. So hear what we're going to do, right? I'm going to play another exclusive from the forthcoming album.
Yes.
And then we're going to get the guys to give us an exclusive performance and outro, and then I'll be talking to my next guest, right? So this is from the forthcoming album. It's called What's the Deal? A track that just stands out for me.
Yeah.
Tell me quickly about this track. What's the deal?
Okay, so What's the Deal is a track I wrote, and it features a singer originally from Philadelphia called Ivy Chanel. She's now living in London.
Big up Ivy Chanel. I know Ivy very well.
Yes,
yeah.
Amazing talent. And she joined me on this particular one.
Mm-hmm.
And again, another American coming to the rescue.
And that gets
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a couple of British artists that I tried to get, but unfortunately didn't jump on the track. But it's okay because we're still gonna make music.
We're still going through.
We're still gonna make music.
We're still going through.
Do you know
So
what I
listen,
mean?
this is the first time this has been played anywhere. You're getting an exclusive this morning from the forthcoming album. This is Dean Mark from the forthcoming album. What's the Deal? Just gonna give you a little snippet. You're not getting the full track. In fact, you know what? I might even drop it tomorrow on Soothing Sundays. I might even drop it tomorrow. But we're gonna give them a little snippet this morning.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get the live performance for the outro. Okay.
Okay.
Ay, papi, ¿qué pasa? Nado mucho conmigo, ¿y tú? Dígame cuál es el trato entre con tú y yo, baby. Dígame.
Ooh, you know how I feel. My love is for real. Won't you tell me what's the deal? Ooh, you know how I feel. My love is for real. Won't you tell me what's the deal? I wanna love ya, but I don't know if you feel the same. I wanna show ya. You can trust that I ain't playing game. Well, I see that you are skeptical, and I know that you've been hurt before. Got my heart on the line, girl. I won't waste your time. No. Ooh, you know how I feel. My love is for real. Won't you tell me what's the deal?
Tell me.
You know how I feel. My love is for real. Won't you tell me what's the deal?
You know I feel for you, even though I'm unsure. You know you got me wanting more. The way you look at me has opened up the door. And you can see I'm not quite ready. I wanna take it steady. Oh, wait for me a little while. You'll be mine in good time.
You know how I feel. My love is for real. Won't you tell me what's the deal? Tell me what's the deal now, baby. Ooh, you know how I feel. Yes, my love is for real. Won't you tell me what's the deal?
Oh, won't you tell me now?
So there you have it, exclusive, yeah? Do you know what? I'm going to drop it tomorrow on Soothing Sundays, so watch out for that, 12 till 2. They'll get the full version, all right? You're on now, you're on?
Yep.
You're on, you're good. Okay, so listen, this is the moment. This is the moment you guys have been waiting for. Live performance, Dean Mark in the studio. I'm going to get out the way because this is going live on TikTok. It's going live on Instagram. It's going live everywhere. So, yeah. Massive shout out to Anton this morning. Big up yourself, sir. Working behind the scenes, doing a splendid job, man. Big up yourself. So, Dean.
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right. This is a live version. Want to Touch You, Baby. Just me singing. We don't have Vula today in the studio. So, hey, fellas, I wonder if you could join me on a I Want to Touch You, Baby. All right? Because I'm not, you know, I can't afford any backing singers, so, you know, we're going to do it like James Brown. Everybody in the studio, come on. Clear your throat. Clear your throat. Everybody, make everybody work in here. All right. Let's get the groove going. Yeah? 1, 2. Yeah. Here we go. I wanna touch you, baby. That's it. Everybody. I wanna kiss you, baby. I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. Here we go. I wanna feel you with my love. Crazy how I feel this way. Hazy how you make me say the things I always say. It's the way that I feel you so deep inside. It's the feeling of love that keeps me alive. I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. I wanna feel you with my love. Crazy how I feel this way. Hazy how you make me say the things I always say. It's the way I feel inside. Ooh, baby, I love touch you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. Baby, let me kiss you. Hold you tight through the night. Love is ours. Baby, let me touch you now. Right now. Right now. I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. If you want me here, I'll always stay here. Love, dear. Baby, let me touch you now. Right now. Woo! I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. Where's my backing vocal at that? My backing vocals. I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna kiss you, baby. Let's take it out. I wanna touch you, touch you, touch you, touch you right there, baby. I wanna touch you, touch you, touch you, touch you right there, baby. I wanna touch you, touch you, touch you, touch you right there, baby. I wanna touch you, touch you, touch you, touch you right there, baby. Yeah.
Mad. I tell you what, that's crazy. That was crazy. That was beautiful.
You
that
know,
was beautiful.
You know, I was so nervous all week about doing this.
Really? Wow.
Because I never sung no song on my own in front of anybody. Do you know what I mean? I've always had someone else there or whatever.
Of course.
But I thought, you know what? Let me just try a thing, man.
And you know what? Listen, no, I've got to give you another round of applause. Give you a round of applause. D-Mark,
you
man.
guys made me feel so welcome and so
doing,
comfortable, man.
Love what you're doing. Amazing performance. And big shout out to the band as well. The band.
Andrew McLean.
Come on.
And Abraham Hampton on keys. Yes.
Come on, that was amazing. So you guys gonna hang out in the studio and
Yeah, man.
Cause we'll be wrapping up soon. I've got my other guest in the building, so just gonna take a little quick 5-minute break and then we'll continue with the show. Can you give out your socials, please, before you get out the door this morning?
Facebook is Dean Mark, and Instagram is Dean Mark Bass, and also TikTok is Dean Mark Bass as well. So and please just go on Spotify, YouTube, or whatever. Listen to the track, stream it, share it, make everybody know about it.
You see it there? Dean Mark, big up yourself once again. Thanks for coming down
My
for the first
pleasure.
official interview for 2024. Big
Oh,
up
I'm
yourself
so
once
honored.
again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Believe in Christ in the crisis. How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but stack chips and write hits. Get streamed by your put smoke in the sky, bumping do or die. I run the enterprise, waggle with the fries, champagne on the side. I'm rubbing. I forgot how we met. If we did do a scene, it'd be rated XXX. I like Mary J. Blige, getting a great massage. It costs a few hundred if you wanna see me live. Every time I see a car lot, I go inside. It's crazy that I got my own label like Clive. It's crazy that I got my own label like Jive. You know I had a life before you, girl, why you crying?
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend. I don't do much, big hit just laying in the cut. Ain't no love lost, you see me with that thing clutch. Trying to catch up, where I'm going ain't no fun. Where you going ain't no guns, ain't no hating, ain't no loving, ain't no Zaza, no Hennessy, no blood, Crips, no enemy. My frenemies act finicky on L gang, I win in G. Hit boy and big hit, yup, we in this. You addicted to that real hip hop, come get your fix. Believe in Christ in the crisis. How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but stack chips and write hits. Get streamed by your put smoke in the sky, bumping do or die. I run the enterprise, waggle with the fries, champagne on the side. I'm rubbing. I forgot how we met. If we did do a scene, it'd be rated XXX. I like Mary J. Blige, getting a great massage. It costs a few hundred if you wanna see me live. Every time I see a car lot, I go inside. It's crazy that I got my own label like Clive. It's crazy that I got my own label like Jive. You know I had a life before you, girl, why you crying?
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5. I heard the words from my reverend.
Hey, can I get some my brother? Nasty. Huh? I'm gonna let you know who it is.
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but stack chips and write hits. Get streamed by your put smoke in the sky, bumping do or die. I run the enterprise, waggle with the fries, champagne on the side. I'm rubbing. I forgot how we met. If we did do a scene, it'd be rated XXX. I like Mary J. Blige, getting a great massage. It costs a few hundred if you wanna see me live.
Oh my goodness.
I see a car lot, I go inside. It's crazy that
Dom Kennedy
label like Clyde.
And brand new game for 2024,
like
produced by the Hit Boy.
Before you, girl, why you crying?
Can you believe
Wait, Hold on.
Yo, what up? It's the Kid Game, aka the Hurricane, aka the Protege of Doc Dre, or whatever you want to call me. It's the Universal Show, so get your ass out the chair, pull your car over, take your hands off the steering wheel, run into a tree, but don't turn it down. My man Special K gonna hold it down. So all the rest of you podcast radio personalities, man, take them records, stuff them between your ass cheeks, and hide behind a tree. It's Special K, motherfucker. Turn it up.
Yo, this is brand new game. Let's go. Universal Show definitely on the way.
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but stack chips and write hits. Get streamed by your put smoke in the sky, bump and do or die. I run the enterprise, waggle with the fries, champagne on the side. I'm rubbing. I forgot how we met. If we did do a scene, it'd be rated XXX. I like Mary J. Blige, getting a great massage. It costs a few hundred if you wanna see me live. Every time I see a car lot, I go inside. It's crazy that I got my own label like Clive. It's crazy that I got my own label like Jive. You know I had a life before you, girl, why you crying?
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend. In Christ in the crisis. How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but stack chips and write hits. Get streamed by your put smoke in the sky, bump and do or die. I run the enterprise, waggle with the fries, champagne on the side. I'm rubbing. I forgot how we met. If we did do a scene, it'd be rated XXX. I like Mary J. Blige, getting a great massage. It costs a few hundred if you wanna see me live. Every time I see a car lot, I go inside. It's crazy that I got my own label like Clive. It's crazy that I got my own label like Jive. You know I had a life before you, girl, why you crying?
How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend. I don't do much, big hit just laying in the cut. Ain't no love lost, you see me with that thing clutch. Trying to catch up, where I'm going ain't no fun. Where you going ain't no guns, ain't no hating, ain't no loving, ain't no Zaza, no Hennessy, no blood, Crips, no enemy. My frenemies act finicky on L gang, I win in G. Hit boy and big hit, yup, we in this. You addicted to that real hip hop, come get your fix. He grew up in booth spitting, I grew up in hard prisons. Gut clenching, heart wrenching, burnt on blood spilling. Stay on a mission, what got to live for? I guess the same that I killed. How can you believe in Christ in the crisis? How can you hold on to life feeling lifeless? I finally seen the light on that 5.7. When I squeezed that night, I heard the words from my reverend.
I don't do much but yank the 911 clutch. Feel like I'm above the law, word to my big hutch. I don't do much, can't touch the ones who so good you let them leave hair in your brush. Post them dime with my dime like big hits last bid. Been some time. Let the Daytona spin like the that a bunch of bad in the overcrowded room. I don't do much but smoke gelato. Shiesty on like I'm hiding from my family and just won the lotto. Heard Cardi single, I might slide for a throttle. If she never see it, they wanted lotto. Live my life on the edge, broken bottles, Draco leaning on the wall like I'm from Southside Chicago. But I'm just a cop with an attitude, rapping over my 60th hit beat, that's Nip Gratitude.
Yeah, big hit. Dom Kennedy, the game, hit boy on the beat, killing as always.
all this for sure, but you're still my bro. You're still my bro. Cutthroat, cross all this for sure. You're still my bro.
I don't play with, never leave home without the cake. Got Goliath for you, David. On Lily Frazier, I won't even smoke it. Yeah, rap me, nope, not even your favorite. Out of town rappers on the gram, and that label. And it go bad, don't call my phone, I ain't safe. Jesus died for your sins, so why you leave so much room for the devil to slide in? Half a cup of lean, mixed in with the Sprite. Play other old club gon' fight, yeah. Bottles up, down. From Dago all the way to Oak Town. Red bandana right side of my chrome horse. Had to take the Benz cause the Lamborghini won't start. They been sitting too long like these starch khakis. Ball on you like it's March Madness. She said it too.
Cutthroat, cross all this for sure, but you're still my bro. You're still my bro. Cutthroat, cross all this for sure. Still my bro.
So crazy, my homies acting so shady. The family ain't no better, always thinking gravy. Big hit so janky, but blood be caking. Save, never thank me. Who with me in the struggle? On God, we bout to bubble. The moment,
jeez.
Calling plays in a huddle, beefing over. Funky folk, we ain't even got enough.
Action packed this morning, right here, JUSCOOLRadio.com.
Don't want to ride, really wasn't trying to scrap till I heard him call me fly like a frog.
Yeah.
Below, know the odds when you're inside a whole.
I told you every Saturday morning it's an element of surprise.
Okay, but I still give them bread. Mama's always said, why you fool with them hood?
Once again, massive shout going out to Dean Mark.
Good.
Amazing performance this morning. Jeez. Wow. We're keeping it moving. We're definitely keeping it moving. Time is moving. First guest for 2024. Do you know what I mean? And I might as well introduce my second guest as well. Yeah. Double whammy. They weren't expecting this one. This one's more of an element of surprise, I swear. Now, you know the Universal show has a lot of links to different artists, people, you know, in the world of entertainment, in the music industry, and, you know, just good people in the industry behind the scenes now that I still have strong connections with. And this gentleman that's in the studio, live in the Just Cool Radio studio. Now, his voice was very synonymous on Choice.
I like that word. I like it.
We say you like that word?
I like that word.
No. When I'm ready to speak, I can speak, you know. Ready to speak.
You know what? I don't doubt you. I know you too many.
You know that already. Yeah. When it's time to get him a little, we can't do that. But at the best... But at the best of times, you know what I mean, we can, you know what I mean?
We can be professional when
when we have to be. Yeah. That's why we get certain places, because we know how to act accordingly.
I like it.
Accordingly.
We can meet our environment's needs.
Is
that we're talking this morning?
Yeah, we're talking like that this morning. We can.
Okay.
Until we start cussing each other.
Oh, no,
But we can talk accordingly and articulately. You know what I'm saying? When we need to.
And meet the professionalism of what expected of us.
Oh dear. And expand to a universal market.
Oh gosh. And make them know diversity is within us.
Tosh Macpharlo is in the building.
Yes,
and
sir.
I was going to say synonymous with Choice FM back in the days. He was the voice, the other voice behind 279's famous rap show on Choice FM. This is Tosh Macpharlo. This is the voice that you heard for many years on Choice FM. Sir. And this guy, when he gives an opinion, he gives an opinion.
Oh, we don't hold back.
We don't hold back. Okay.
Because people think it's wrong to give your honest opinion.
Okay.
But how long we known each other, special?
Too long, bro. Too long.
Remember.
Too long.
If it wasn't for you, And my other boy, I still be wearing baggy pants like it was, because you was honest with me. You was like, that has to go. And I say to people, I don't want people around me that's bad for my health. What that means is, when you have to be brutally honest with me, be honest with me.
Oh, you love that.
Just because you're my peoples, don't lie for me.
Yeah. I love that.
Because
I'm
going to tell you the straight truth if it comes down to it. You feel me?
Yo, Tosh.
Yo.
I mean... Some of the new listeners to radio, they won't be aware or familiar with you. Yeah. But for those who've been listening to radio for years and of a certain age, you will know Tosh Macpharlo is legendary back in the days of Choice FM. Yeah. I mean, what have you been doing, my brother? What have you been up to, man? What have you been up to?
Man, so I still kept contacts with rappers, etc. since I left Choice. So I still talk, still help people with their music. Because one thing I believe in is we must help each other to elevate.
Right, okay.
So if I feel like you got talent, then I'm going to try and get you to that next level.
Right.
And I don't care what genre of music it is. It could be rap, soul. Yeah. Because I know people like you. So I know like it could be gospel. I don't care. If you've got something that needs to be heard by the masses, that's what we need to do.
Okay.
And then I'm working with young people in the criminal judicial system.
Yeah.
And right now, because it's you special, so I can do this for you.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate this, man. I know, because I know you've been asked to go on many shows, but you just refuse.
Yeah. I like to stay low key now. Before I was out there. I don't do socials, nothing, but I'm going to give you an exclusive.
Yeah.
Right now, and listen to the words. Most people say they're writing. I'm crafting a book that's going to change the game.
I love that.
And it's deep.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to say now, because when the book drops, you're going to call me back and be like, you want your rights.
No, we're gonna talk about it. Give us a little insight.
So basically the book is about ethnic disparity working in the government sector.
Right, okay. Well, that's deep within itself.
Right. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing from last year. And we're going to be finishing it by the summer of this year.
Okay.
And I've got big people behind me, really supporting me. And I ain't going to lie, like, the streets, when I'm telling them what I'm doing, the love is amazing. Like, they're the reason I keep on writing.
Right, okay.
Because it started off small, but when there's a bigger plan for you, you have to work with the bigger plan. So when I started sharing my ideas with people, they're like, nah, that's needed. Like, I've got my experiences. So it's my experiences, but I'm going to have testimonies from others who shared the same experience, and we just going to open it up. So that's what I'm doing right now.
That's mad. That's mad.
That's what I'm doing right now. So, so I'm transitioning into being an author. You like that word? Transitioning
to being an author.
You feel me? Like,
yeah.
We could be politically correct out here.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you still... People used to say back in the days, he's very opinionated. Are you still opinionated?
You know what? Back in the days, I was young.
Right.
And one thing the mind is about is elevating growth. So I'm opinionated.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed in that front, but I'm more diplomatic on how I do it, because before, I have to be honest, I would hurt people's feelings and crush them. You know what I mean? Because I was just straightforward.
Straightforward, yeah. No filter. Yeah.
If you know, let's just say.
Do you think social media's changed that though, or times has just changed? Because we're in a time now where people are very sensitive. You can't say anything.
Right. And I definitely think social media's made people like me scary to people who's on social media.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because remember, social media is you speak with your fingers.
Yeah.
And what social media allows you to be is someone you're not.
Absolutely.
But we came from that era, like, who you are is, like you said earlier, it's about that vibe energy. You can't get a vibe energy of social media.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm that person. I don't want to text you. I want to call you because I can hear it when you're speaking to me.
Yeah.
Some people, like, they can hold a whole conversation with their fingers. So social media is definitely had an impact on us as people, how we communicate, how we're around people, how we perceive what fun is, how we present ourselves. Because now, you can go, before, we didn't have social media. So if I said you special, we're going out, how you presented was what I had to go on.
Yes, absolutely.
Now social media is, you can decide, like, I'm going to get all these photos, put them up, someone's gonna be like, "That's you," but in person, that's not you.
Yeah. Perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and one of the things I say in the book, there's a thing about perception of self.
Yeah.
Who are you in this world today?
Yeah.
What's your identification? When you see me, I only want to do two things with you.
Yeah.
I want to make you smile, laugh, and I just want you to have a good time around me.
Yeah.
So if you never see me again, you're gonna be like, "Yo, I remember that guy from." So yeah, I've grown
because your personality is your currency.
Yeah. Like what happened this morning?
What happened this morning was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
but I got to pull you up on that still, though.
Go on, talk to me.
I got to pull you up on that.
Go.
Because I haven't seen you for a minute. Yeah, we talk, but because of the distance and... Do you know what I mean? But I thought I was, showing you a good deed this morning. Yo, Tosh, you don't want a little breakfast. Yeah, here's my man this morning. Nah, we're not doing that. I said, yeah, but I'm going McDonald's just to get this. Him, nah, special. He was very dismissive, Like, nah, we're not doing that. It's almost like, you don't know, one of them frowns like, what, McDonald's? Come on, bro. Look at me, McDonald's. Yeah? And then, so I said to him, what, you want some healthy eating? This is him, yeah, I'm on some healthy eating.
And what did you say when I said, yeah, go? Tell them what you said.
I said, whoa, did you wake up this morning? Did you have vegan Cocoa Pops?
Yo, special. This is why I love you. Because we can have a laugh 8 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. You said vegan Cocoa Pop. and to the listeners, let me explain. I'm in McDonald's. I don't like going in McDonald's. I don't eat meat. I'm strictly a pescatarian. So he got me in McDonald's. And now we got people looking at us in McDonald's like we totally mad because everyone's upset, still wiping out the cold out their eye on some biggie, but me and you are cracking it. And that's just why I love your energy.
Oh,
because
boy.
when I come around people, like I say,
Yeah.
if you ain't good for my health, I don't want to be around you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my thing is like to see you, and like you said, we don't see each other, but when we come together, we know we're gonna laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's what I like to do, and I'm trying to bring that back to the community, like through the book that I'm writing. Like, look, when we see each other, whatever your problems is on the left, when you see me, treat me with a vibe and an energy that I'm putting out to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah.
It's been good. It's good to see you, though,
No,
Tosh,
it's good
man.
to see you. Looking healthy. You looking still young, like special. You still got that name. Sometimes I cuss you though. You know, like
go on. He's always cussing my jeans. I don't.
No. It's not the
He's
jeans.
always cussing my jeans.
No.
What?
Your communication. Sometimes I call you and you be like, I call you back and don't. So I take away the K and call you Specs, and then you have to earn back the special. But overall, you still that special guy.
Come on, man. But one thing with me, I always keep my word.
No.
I keep my word.
You know, in life, what we got as I got older, we realized it's just your word.
It's just your word.
It's your word.
Yeah.
And this is why people realize I'm one of these people. I bug out on people who can't keep their word.
Yeah.
Because if you say you're gonna do something, especially if you don't ask for it.
Yeah.
Like I might see you special, I might be like, right, we're gonna go out to something to eat.
Yeah.
That's on me because I told you. But if you say like, oh, I've got this for you and I need it, and it's taking you like a month. Now I don't believe your word.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But that's not you though, special, because we go way back. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love you. Bro,
Come on, bro.
And
I'm
I'm
bro
about
like that.
2024. I'm telling people straight. If I respect you and I got love for you, I'm giving you your flowers. I'm not waiting till when it's too late.
Yeah, no,
I want you to know how I feel every time. So when I see you, I enjoy our conversations. If it's on the phone, in person, because the last time I think I saw you, it's always concerts. Like I saw you at a Hammersmith Palais, I think it was Redman and Method Man.
Yeah, Redman and Method Man.
And then I saw you when there was one at Kentish Forum.
Was there Big Daddy Kane?
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
And every time we see each other, wherever we are, it's just laughs.
It's just beer jokes.
It's beer jokes.
It's just beer jokes.
Because we come from that era, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to certain people that are not here. But
swing, man.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
on.
Those are the days. But you know what? No, but we look all right, though.
No,
we look all right.
No, you look good.
You know what I mean?
I see you still. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's cold outside. You see, this is why I love special. He's telling you how it's cold outside. This guy came out in just a t-shirt and a jacket.
No, but the studio's so hot. The studio's hot. Come on.
Okay.
But you know I got my big coat.
No. Is it the studio's hot or you make the studio hot? Which one?
Whoa, no. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Because your show's fly.
Bro, I'm doing my thing.
No, you're not doing your thing.
Bro.
Other people are doing their thing. You're setting the standards for others. Let's call it what it is special.
Okay.
How long you been doing this? Right, so you're not doing your thing.
Yeah.
Guests come to see you.
Yeah.
You ask the questions the audience want to hear.
Yeah, no, thank you, man.
So
thank you.
Once again, I'm giving you your flowers.
No, thank you.
know what I mean?
And
So-
you know what? Someone from a record company rang me the other day, and this was like a really random phone call because they was like, they go, Special, we've got a few artists that we want to bring to your show this year. Some big artists as well. But they was going, I'm just telling you, go, Special, I only talked to you via email. This is only last week. I only talked to you via email. But he goes, I just want to say, you're one of the last kings. That's what he said to me. I went, whoa. He goes, no, you're one of the last kings. He goes, I came into the industry hearing about you. He's a little bit younger.
Yeah.
He goes, I was hearing about you. And he goes, and I'm still hearing about you. He goes, nah, bro, I got to salute you, bro.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I said, you know what? No, I rate that. No, manners and respect.
Because your name ring bells. Like,
Yeah.
So when you call me and say, yo, I need you back on the show, that's without question.
Come on, bro.
That's without question.
Come
'Cause
on,
I know
man.
what we're going to do. I know what it's going to be about. I know the energy. I know the vibe. Like,
So, to tell me something now.
Yeah.
I mean, how long you been into hip hop? Be honest. How many years you been into hip hop?
I feel like I'm a hip hop's baby, innit?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love my soul, my R&B.
Yeah.
I love gospel too. Like, I'm eclectic with it. I like it.
Yeah.
But when you see me, I'm synonymous with being hip hop.
Yeah.
And like, I remember the first time I got into hip hop because I went on a family vacation to Jamaica and I didn't know what genre of music I liked.
Yeah.
Came back and there was a cassette tape. That's what. Yeah,
That's
you
how-
know,
that's how
we're
we
old
done.
school.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
old school.
yeah.
And on it, there was a Public Enemy song. That was that's when I became hip hop. So I had to do the research. So because one thing I try to show young people is you can like any genre of music or you can like anything. You can want to do boxing, you can want to do football, you can want to be a doctor, but do your research before. Because now this is social media as well. They don't make people go back in their history.
Well, they don't.
They don't.
They don't.
So for me, I got into it and I was like, right, I can't even remember, but I've always loved hip hop.
You loved hip hop.
I've loved hip hop. Like when you see me, you know. Let me get like. I remember one time. Do you remember when Aquarium was popping?
Yeah.
On the Sunday.
Yeah, Aquarium.
I'd gone to the States. Let me give you this funny story. So I called my boys. I'm like, yo, I'm coming back in town. They're like, yo, we're going Aquarium.
Yeah.
Aquarium was tight shirts.
Yeah, blazers.
Yeah,
Moschino.
Right.
Yeah, Versace.
I come off the plane with an academic blue tracksuit. Look at the size of me. Not as changed with the size, but the tracksuit, the sweats is like 6XL. I walk into this place, I greet my boys, I see them spread out. So my boy comes to me, he's like, yo, some girl wants to speak to you. I'm like, ain't nothing changed here. Special ass. I put some pep in my step as he walks. Her first question is like, why is your sweat so big? I was like, oh. I wasn't ready for that scene. You feel me?
I'll give you a joke, yeah. I'll give you a joke. Like, because we used to buck up at raves, right? Back in we're talking the early 90s, right? And he would tell you, he's the living testament, right? So you remember, I would go to all kind of events. Yeah. So I'd go to a soul event. Yeah. I would go to an R&B event. But I love my hip hop as well. Hence why the show is the way it is. Because I love a lot of soul artists on this morning. Yeah. And then we flip it hip hop. Because it's universal, right?
Right.
But Anton, I'm talking back in the 90s, you know. So you remember, you know, the fashion was Goose jackets. Yeah. Even tracksuits like what you're wearing now, the Gucci tracksuit, MCM.
Yeah.
Carl Carney.
Cross colors.
Chippy.
Chevillon.
Jordans, original Jordans, right?
Yeah.
Remember, in the hip hop rave, but everything was baggy. So you could fit two people in one outfit. Right? Right? Am I lying?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
talking
lying.
about original 90s, 94, 95. Everything was baggy. But then there was one guy in the whole event, yeah, with 500 people, yeah. Remember, you got what's them car? Is it Carhartt? Carhartt coats, jackets.
Yeah, Carhartt
jackets.
Yeah,
you name it. Averex.
Yeah.
We're talking 90s, you know. Averex jackets, 8 Ball.
Oh, you're going there.
But there was this guy in the rave, with his little wavy hair, Stone Island jeans, Patrick Cox, little bomber jacket, leather bomber jacket. Yeah, from Cecil G. I might as well tell you.
And John Anthony's on Shaftesbury Avenue where you got the Patrick Cox from. And they were two-tone. No one didn't have the first special. Let's drop it.
Special K.
It was the first that did
in the
two-tone.
rave with all these baggy pants wearing dudes. I'm dressed in Stone Island and Patrick Cox. He used to come up to me and say, "What the hell are you doing?"
I used to look at him like,
"What the hell are you
This is my guy, but what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?" And the thing about it, he used to have his hands in the pocket, and they used to be like Akon son. They were locked up. They won't let me, because you could see his hands were tight in the pocket. I'd be like, bro, the trousers were tight like Anton. You could see that he had a brick phone in one pocket and £2.50 in the other, because you saw the 50p and the £2 coins.
Oh,
and it was like, yo. But that was special. He was ahead of the game. Back then, we didn't know it because we were young. But now, he was like Kanye before Kanye came out. I'm like, that's the best. You ain't lying.
I'm not lying.
You ain't lying.
We're talking 94, 95.
Yeah.
And look now.
People are on it.
People are on it. Even the Americans are on it. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I give you your props, bro.
Come on, bro. We
That's why I
set
give you-
standards. We set
I
standards.
give you your props out here, bro.
And do you know what I mean? And then Tosh, he was like, special. I mean, I know I go to my raves at Dingwalls and all that, but I know if I come to one of your nights, I need to go find me some of them shoes, them Patrick Cox, and them Armani jeans. Right?
Yeah.
I never forget when I see you in your first Patrick Cox, your
Yeah.
foot was squeezed up in them shoes. No.
Bro, I rang special on some special. Where you get them shoes from? He's like, Shaftesbury Avenue.
Shaftesbury Avenue, boy.
And then we had to go out, and I was so uncomfortable. The trousers were straight.
Oh,
the
man.
Patrick Cox, and I was walking all funny, like, bruh.
And then you had what's the clothes shop up Marble Arch near St. Christopher's Place, the one with the blue bag.
Yeah.
What was that shop?
Pepito's.
Oh my God! Hold tight, those who remember Pepito's.
And you know what?
Pepito, you know.
And you remember?
Yeah.
When you got that blue bag, you walked down Oxford Street like you was the man. Or the
Even if it
woman.
was empty. That bag was powerful. Yeah.
It was a small shop, but it was like a Selfridges bag.
The only bag that could match Pepito bag was Selfridges.
Selfridges and a Harrods.
Yeah, I know.
If you saw someone have a blue, yellow, and green bag, you was like, they're the man.
Business.
They're business.
Iceberg.
Let's not even go there. Let's not even special.
We're talking the things.
We're talking.
Iceberg.
Like these young people, and I'm trying to say to these young people,
Yeah.
we work hard to go and get them things.
Yeah, we did.
We weren't into trying to hurt other people to get them things. We worked
yeah.
hard. Like we done windows. It was like a research mission.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay, that's that. Okay.
Yeah.
You go back to work. You was part-time. Have you got overtime?
Yeah. It was
Did
mad.
the overtime.
It was mad.
Save
Pepito.
up. Got that. Like, bro, them days were the best days.
The best days.
That's why I
man.
say to this generation now, like when it comes to music, we had the best. Because remember, like you say, as we're on the Universal Show, let's speak about it.
Yeah.
When we came up, if you was in hip hop, you had multiple artists that were hot.
Yeah.
But if you went to reggae, you had, if it was Bashment, you had multiple people that
100%.
was hot. A Young Budger was coming through. Terror
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
Shabba was still around.
Yeah.
Ninja
Mad Cobra.
Mad Cobra.
Capleton. Jeez.
But then if you wanted the softer side,
Yeah.
you had the Frankie Paul still around, the Dennis Brown.
Yeah, it's true. Wayne Wonder. Yeah.
But then you had soul and R&B.
Yeah.
Like people, remember back in them days, people were seeing that. I was Tony in it.
Oh my
all right,
God.
let's talk about it.
Why are you going there?
Because that was our era.
Ah,
Where Monday to
jeez.
Sunday we had somewhere to go.
Yeah. It's true.
And if you didn't go every day of the week, you felt missed out. Started on Wednesday, Hanover Grand.
Yeah, man.
Sundays was Gas Club.
Yes.
Let's go there. Yeah. Let's go there.
I was only saying the other week, Tosh, me and Swing used to ton over them places,
Bruh.
No, we was horrible,
Do you know what? Do you know what?
Yeah.
This is why I love back then.
Yeah.
Because we helped each other.
Yeah.
I remember Swing would see me and be, what you doing? Come. You're hosting for me.
Yeah.
What? Swing, I'm hosting. Okay, it's on now. Like, so them days, it was a community.
Yeah.
Like I see you special. I'm doing a rave. I need you.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
That's how we
Yeah,
did it.
Yeah.
That's how we did it.
How did the community spirit fade?
Good question. I think, especially in our era, like I said, we had things to do Monday. Cause remember, we was in education. Then we'd go out, and I said, for me, what I realized, a lot of our friendships that developed from then was because we was going out. It weren't through. Yes, you met people in college, uni, but you met people also going out. So you learned different skills. I think as we got older, the generation that came after us didn't keep it going.
Right.
Plus,
Right.
it started getting out of hand when the government decided, right, we're going to shut down, shut down. And then the last thing that really brought the camels back was social media.
Yeah.
Because
It's a gift and a curse.
yeah, social media meant like, right, I didn't have to go out to see you.
Yeah.
I could just look you up, send you a message and wait for you to reply. So I think it was those things in stages.
Yeah.
That's why I say our era was the best era.
Come on, it was the best era.
It was the best era.
And you know what? Sometimes people say, yeah, but you're just saying that. No, but it actually
It
was.
was.
Because the thing is, all right, stick a pin. Whether people like it or not, yes, we've got the whole UK scene and whatnot. But if you're talking about a club where you're going to go to where the music is universal, Biggie's Juicy is still one of the biggest tunes in the club.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
Facts. That song's what? 30 years old.
30 years old. Facts. You know what I mean?
112, Only You.
Only you. Facts. Jodeci. You can play many Jodeci.
Jodeci. Boo by Miss Dynamite.
Right.
They're playing it like it came out yesterday.
Right. Facts.
Them songs are like 24 years old.
You know what I mean? We come from that era like... I'm trying to tell young people, imagine you had Leaders of the New School on the same night as Nice and Smooth. You was confused.
Oh, boy.
You was trying to get to both of them in one night.
Yeah,
They would never do that again in
Yeah,
London.
they wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
And you know, Choice FM used to have some brilliant nights, you know. Let's not
Hippodrome. Are we out? When
Jodeci came up.
Stop it.
Come on, don't muck about. Don't muck about.
Stop it.
Well, one of the best shows Choice FM done for me was Father MC, Big Bub, Shante Moore. Who else is on that bill? It was at Hammersmith Palais. Who was on that bill? Father MC, Shante Moore, Big Bub. No, there was someone else on that bill. Was anybody at that show? If you remember that show at what Choice FM did?
That was on a Wednesday night. I'll never forget.
I was like, you never get a lineup like that.
Never.
The most random one. H-Town, Glenn Jones, and Leaders... No, not Leaders of the New School. Lords of the Underground. At Astoria.
Yeah.
No, how random is that? H-Town, Glenn Jones, and Lords of the Underground.
That's what I'm saying. We had it too good back then.
Yeah, man. The music was
Because I
too
feel
much.
like, you know what it is? Our generation,
Yeah.
music was to us what social media is to this generation.
Yeah.
But remember, with music, although we partied to it, it also educated us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, there were some records, like, if you listen to KRS-One's Black Man in Effect, you sat down like, hold on, Rascas, Nature of the Threat.
Yeah.
They although they were records, you taught them in like it was a lesson from...
100%.
So we learned. You don't learn, these youngsters don't learn like that.
Yeah.
That's why some of the music they listen to, I can't condone it.
Yeah.
I don't condemn it, I just don't condone it.
No, 100%.
That's your thing, I get it, it's your era. But I can't condone it.
And it doesn't move you.
It doesn't move me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm stuck in my era.
Yeah.
If I'm on the phone and you see me, if I'm out and you see me bopping my head, I'm listening to something old school.
Okay. Is there any of the new rappers that you're feeling like within the last 5 years?
Don't get me wrong, Joe. I think like J. Cole.
Oh, you love J. Cole's my favorite.
Like
in the last 10 years.
I listen to Freestyle, and some of them lyrics he was talking.
J. Cole's serious, man.
To me, I know people will say Kendrick. And I like Kendrick, but to me, J. Cole, I'm a lyricist. I love rappers who are lyricists. Yeah, he is, he's different, bro.
Yeah.
And then for ladies, right now I'm feeling like Lady London. I just think like she's, as a female artist.
I look out for this other lady, that I've been playing, Raina Simone.
I've heard about Raina Simone.
Jeez.
Come on, my ear still says
she's like a female Kendrick.
Yeah.
She's serious. Yeah,
So-
she's doing bits.
yeah, so-
Raina Simone. But
So there's still some artists that when I hear them,
mm,
I'm like, they're about it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But overall, it's not. Remember back in our days, look. These young people will never experience what we experience. We'll hear a song, and then we'll be in Bluebird Records in Streatham.
Yeah.
We'll be down
Uptown Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get those.
Yeah.
Because we like that. We're from that era where it was like pause, and you couldn't leave the tape deck because if you went to the bathroom and they started playing the song, you was upset you missed the start.
So okay, then so there's an issue then.
Mm.
So yes, a lot of these, rap songs, drill songs, or whatever, they might do the numbers, they might do the streams for a moment. Why don't they have that sustainability? Why are they not lasting like a Juicy, Biggie, like a, doing it, LL Cool J? Why are those songs still staples within the club scene?
And you know what? I honestly think the rules to the game have changed.
Right.
So I give you this as my theory. And it's part of my theory. Like, back in the days, we used to have a saying, there's no biting allowed. Like, especially if you did a song that was your song. Now, you can come up with an idea and then everybody else is running with your idea.
Yeah.
So then your song loses its traction. So you take the end of year wrap-ups. Like Papoose, that's Papoose.
Yeah.
But now you can go on YouTube and then every person doing an end of year wrap-up.
Yeah.
But back in the days, that wouldn't have been allowed. They'd be like, nah.
Yeah, that's mad skills.
That's mad skills.
Yeah, although Uncle Murder's new one is crazy.
See, I listen, and don't get me wrong, I do listen to them.
Yeah.
But that's where it's changed, like right now. And some of them don't even answer mad skills. So now what you've got is mad skills saying, here, what? I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah.
Now you got a Papoose saying, I ain't doing that. So people then forget so that's why you lose traction.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the only drama you could do that was with Bashman, and that was because the producer produced the instrument and called different artists.
Yeah.
That was allowed. Now it's just like, all right, I'll write a song, it's on this theme, I'm streaming, it's doing well. So now I'm going to have another 6-7 people being like, all right, I'm just going to follow. There's no originality.
No originality, yeah.
Because think about it, when you talk about Juicy, before Juicy, we liked the original, the
original soul song.
Right.
Yeah,
was a club smash.
Yeah, it's a banger within itself.
I don't care if you was into bashment, hip hop, that came on.
Yeah.
And you became
very well what you are. Yeah.
So when you heard Biggie come out,
yeah.
on that, you was like, nah, that's a smash.
Yeah.
You know, like originality. When you heard Big Daddy Kane say, here what, put the RPMs up to 135, and I'm a rhyme on that.
But then again, you've just hit something that kind of like, it kind of ties. Them guys in the 90s were rapping over soul beats, the rare groove beats.
Yeah.
Puffy, even though Puffy's in a lot of mess at the moment, but he had an ear for soul music. And soul music was so big in the 80s, 70s or whatever. You couldn't help but just rhyme over between the sheets. Isley Brothers.
You couldn't.
Because it was music from the soul.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe that's what's missing as well. The soul's missing.
And I tell you what.
Yeah.
I think as well, it's now digital.
Yeah.
Analog is where we come from.
Yeah.
Because with digital, you can just do anything.
Yeah.
And it's going to work now.
Yeah.
Because you could just throw it up there, put it on your YouTube page. It's going to work. So it's
and perception again.
Perception.
Because now we're getting to find out, just because you've got 1 million views, it doesn't mean you've got 1 million fans.
Fans, right.
You've got 1 million views.
Yeah.
Anyone can get 1 million views.
Right.
Right?
No doubt.
You can get 1 million views. Oh, and people are buying views.
Right.
Perception.
Perception.
Buying followers. Buying likes. It's crazy.
And I think that's how the game is, especially with music, it's changed because
what you just said there, I say this to this. You're not fooling the fans, you're fooling yourself. If you then think, right, you can go on that.
Yeah.
Because here's the scary thing. You're going to then get a show and be stunned when only 50 people turn up.
There you go.
Because you've relied on...
False perception.
And like, take things like back in the days, you would have to do a route, like go to all the record stores.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, there's none of that.
Yeah.
So to me, I always say to young people, don't get lost in the perception of self.
Yeah.
Don't come out and say, yeah, I've got, like you say, I've got 100,000 likes. Those likes don't equate to nothing if they
don't equate to your followers.
Yeah.
Or fans.
Or fans.
You can have followers, but are they your fans? There's a difference.
Right. And this is why people like, if you look from back, this is why people like Redman and Method Man still have amazing fans, because they make music, but they know that their fans are always going to support them.
And because they're authentic. They're authentic. They're authentic.
Right. Because
they're authentic. You
so
know,
nowadays, I don't think and that's another big word.
Yeah.
Authenticity. Because here, you know, nowadays when people make music, let's break it down.
Yeah.
Music's about being an individual.
Yes.
It shows individualism.
Absolutely.
And then you're individualistic. Let's break it down.
Yeah.
So everyone who enters music, you're an individual. But you're not showing individualism and you're not individualistic.
Yeah.
That's not helping. Because when you make music, you're not thinking about, right, is it going to get played 5 years on, 10 years on?
Nope.
You just want it now. It's the microwave effect.
Nope. Microwave,
it's anything you do, you just want it now.
Yeah.
So even like you got people who want to be, I want to be this, but are you ready to put in the work? No. Because they don't like it hard.
Yeah.
And you know the best thing is the struggle. Remember, everything you want to be is the destination.
Yeah, man.
What we're talking about, you have to persevere the journey. Yeah. Me, I like the journey.
Oh, boy.
I like the journey.
Talk to me.
Because even in writing this book, I had to ask questions.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't my plan to write a book. But when it came to me, I had to go back and forth. Like, me write a book, what do I look like? Me be an author. But then it came. And now I'm enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
And I think people forget that part. It's special. They want the destination too.
They want it yesterday. They want it yesterday.
Yeah.
They don't want to work.
They don't want to work.
They want to work.
They don't want to work.
You don't want to work.
So it's like, I want money. All right, no, I don't want to work. So how do you want money?
The famous question that I always get from time to time. Yeah, Special. How do you get your interviews? I said, well, because I play new music on the radio, and I've been playing new music for years since I've been in the game. Since I've been buying records, I've been playing new music, and I've just followed that tradition onto radio. Yeah, okay. Yeah, hook me up with some interviews though. I said, yeah, but you play piano though.
Right.
So why would you want to why would you want to interview J. Cole?
And
why?
You see what you're saying there?
Yeah.
Everything's get me.
Get me.
Like when I was on the radio.
Yeah.
I sat down with two and I said, right, two, you know what? We got to change the game.
Yeah.
So I actually went to States.
Yeah.
And met the artists. And they was like, Mac, you know what? You've come all this way. Yeah. I'm bringing you to my house.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, you really come out. Like, facts. One of the few people back then premiere letting D&D. Facts. I was one of the first people from here that went to Queensbridge by himself.
Yeah.
Facts. These are really facts.
Yeah.
Where Biggie's from, I walked down Franklin Ave by myself at night.
Bro, some of the stories you used to... Listen, I tell you, man, this is pre-social media. We could go on.
That's what I'm saying.
We could go on. We can go on. We've got to wrap up.
Yeah.
We've got to wrap up. I can't believe it. It's been amazing today. It's been amazing.
I loved it.
It's been amazing. From start to end.
Listen.
You know what I mean? Start to end. So you got the book coming. When's the book coming? You reckon? Like you haven't got a scheduled date?
No date. But I definitely want to get it for like summer.
So we can get you back in here.
Oh, special,
Yeah.
special.
Don't be going to all them little dibby stations before you come here.
Special.
I don't mean to.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying it to your listeners.
All right, say it to them. Yeah.
We've been brothers.
Come on.
And here's the thing I say to people. I don't want to be your friend because friend It's like I don't want people to be interested. Because interest is like a pair of jeans. They're good for a minute and then you just don't want to wear them. You feel what interest is?
Wow.
We're peoples. P-E-E-P-L-E.
Wow.
There's people and we're peoples.
Wow.
So when I tell you, when that book dropped, you've got me. You've got me.
Don't say nothing.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying,
say
bro.
nothing.
That's
Don't
what
say
I'm
nothing,
saying.
man. I love that, man. But you know what? Most importantly, outside of all the aspirations and things that you still want to do, I'm just grateful to even be having this conversation with you in person.
No, bro.
No, in person.
And you know why?
Because you look well.
Thank you.
Your skin don't look mash up.
Thank you. Thank you.
You understand?
And you know what? I'll be honest with you, Spesh.
Yeah.
2023 was a hard year.
Okay.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
It was. I've realized from time, but last year I lost about 3-4 people.
Right. Sorry to hear that.
And it was to things that back in our days we thought it was 60, 70, 80-year-olds that you lose them to.
Yeah.
But we're losing them now.
Yeah. Health.
So
health, man.
This is why I stay. People always bug out like, well, you don't eat that. No, I'm trying to stay healthy for a purpose and a reason.
Yeah, I hear you.
But the truth of the matter is, I love my peoples.
Yeah.
And for my peoples, I've got to do right.
Yeah.
And you are my peoples.
No,
you know
respect,
what I mean?
my brother.
You're
respect.
my peoples.
Go back too far.
We go back too far.
Too far, man.
You know what I mean?
Too
so
far.
yeah, so I just want people to understand, like, wake up in the morning and you don't have to have no frown on your face. Have a smile on your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just got you got to enjoy life.
And the thing is, from you got life, there's hope. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
And you know what? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, man.
Because we're all bestowed blessings upon us, but
Yeah.
how do you receive your blessings?
Yeah.
Because you know what the thing about it special? Like me being here with you now, that's a blessing for me.
Yeah.
But some people looking, no. That's why they don't get the big blessings. It's science.
Yeah.
It's science.
Yeah.
You have to anticipate and understand blessings come in all forms, ways, and shapes.
100%.
But when you want the big thing, probably someone's saying you're not ready for that blessing.
Yeah.
That's why when people say they want money, they don't understand. You have to show that you can work with £10, but you're begging for 100 million. But if you can't work with 10, what are you going to do with 100 million?
Yeah.
So understand how life works.
And make sure your attitude is right. I'm going to say no more.
No.
Say no more.
Special. I say that to people. You
A
see,
lot of people want these things, but your attitude is
stinks.
way off. It stinks.
Let me just call it
way
what
off,
it is.
Way
You
off.
stink. I don't want to be around you with that attitude.
I can't be around you, man. You're negative.
You lot got, and I say this very clearly.
Yeah.
You understand your energy, your vibe is what others work from.
Yeah, 100%.
So when you put out good energy, good vibe, you get that response you're craving. You put out a stink energy and a stink vibe. You can't be mad when people are side grilling you, looking you up and down like, nah. Like, that's why, for me, I know I can bring you around my peoples. Because my people going to be like, that's a guy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I can't bring everyone around
No,
everyone.
you can't.
So when I'm making moves,
yeah,
I can't bring you because you're not understanding the elevation.
Yeah,
that's why when we was on the show, we used to have this phrase, stay in your lane.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
But
You know what my new saying is for 2024?
Go on.
Wise up, don't size up.
Wisdom. Yes, you're a prophet out here. My guy. Especially the Prophet K.
Don't size up. Wise up.
No.
We're not the same.
We're not
We're not the same.
Right.
You think we are, but we're not.
Because you know what it is? You've got foundation and substance.
Yeah.
You see, people forget humanity is
Yeah,
about
yeah,
substance and
yeah,
foundation.
yeah.
We're all roses.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between a rose that grows in the meadow and one that grows in the ghetto. Let me explain. The one that grows in the ghetto respects the sun. The one in the middle thinks the sun's supposed to happen. So when the sun's not around, you moan. The one in the ghetto realize when the sun don't come around, we still believe the sun's gonna come.
That was iconic. I'm gonna leave you with iconic. Meek Mill's Rick Ross.
There we go.
Massive shout out to my guest this morning, Tosh Macpharlo.
Yes, sir.
And of course, the wonderful Dean Mark this morning. Amazing show this morning. I'll be back in the building next week, Saturday morning. I might be going Reminisce show next week where we're digging the crates, like officially. Ooh. But I'll be back in the building tomorrow, Soothing Sundays, 12 to. We do them little slow jams.
Oh, what you saying? You set the week up right.
You set it up, yeah.
That's all it is.
Because they know for every Saturday, you know, Tosh, we're always blazing. Always blazing. But sometimes we have to just convert.
That's where we come from. Because remember, we understand there's music for each type of emotion, feeling. So when you're happy, you know where to go. So when you say tomorrow you're gonna set them up for the week, I know he's listening to your show because they'll be smiling when I walk past them in the street.
There you go.
There.
Never looking from a point of view. It's us against the world, you got me in your corner, boo. I'm getting money, I can go and buy the body. Mind over matter, so she bought the Maserati. Apartment in the city, rule 1, I'm in the city. I ain't gotta tweet it on my, no, I'm with it. Car show king, cop those things. A Gucci bag tote, that's about 4 G's. Big gang state, gold chain swing. Shots heavy, high heels mean. Airplanes loaded, valet the Lotus. In a pool notice, yeah, that roguish Balenciaga smell. LV totes, Donald Trump taps, smell kilos. Giuliani next, Renzel wrote it. HT grow it, or I won't smoke it. LV luggage, shorty so rugged. Concealed weapon permit, cause she know I'm thugging. Watch my back, cause you know I got yours. Collins Ave shopping, how we mopping them stores. Drop top coops, stop by Snoops. Icon weed, I got juice. Gold presidential, full-time masseuse. Bank of West suits, money like Maloof.
Millie on my neck, got little shorty out of body. Met her in Atlanta, but I f***ed in Abu Dhabi. Bully in the driveway, choppers in the lobby. Stretching out some baddies like I signed up for Pilates. Doing karate in the lamb chop. My son like 3 and he keep asking about his grandpa. Leave it up to me, I BSP with all these damn shots. Dead ops, red dots, giving out headshots. And I feel not deep in them trenches on my head high. And me and my don't be bop, cause we share dots. And a lot of don't be my business, but I hear a lot. My youngin' killed my other youngin', I'm in a weird spot. Deep trying to be on the grand, they ain't trying to share cot. I came up trapping, selling grands, but now I share stocks. I'm from the bottom and that's my man. I share watch, I share chain, cause I still ain't forget we weren't lit. We used to share flame. She gon' give me toppy in the Maybach to the airplane. If she doing sloppy, get an AP and some earrings. Jury be so loud, you come around me, probably hear things. We caught them same cases, court, never said things. Mansion with the pool, I ain't never swim. So runs the mansion in the air, I never been. Buttons on the tools, let them spin. Mama told me if you go to war, you better win. Whoa.
LV luggage, shawty so rugged. Heavy fashion over, I'm so gutter. Vegas for the fights, heavy on the ice. All the flights charter, and we rolling dice. Menages in the pool on the roof. I hit it in my Nikes like your boy was playing hoops. Double in my coat, seated on revolt. Diddy by my side, I got shooters in they scopes. Such a paradox coming from one pair of socks. Lesson number 1 is that you never call the cops. Somebody gotta bleed, somebody wipe their eyes. You never cry out loud, some things you keep inside. Some things you keep inside.
Just Cool Radio disturbing the silence. Everybody turn it up loud, loud, loud. Just Cool Radio, Madina.
I am alive today because I responded to a letter. My name is Philomena. I live in South London. I'm a mom, wife, and I survived breast cancer. I was devastated when my breast screening and further tests showed I had breast cancer. After 6 tough months of treatment and surgery, I am back, living life again. Black women, please hear me. We are twice as likely to get a late breast cancer diagnosis, therefore less likely to survive. But we can turn this around. Self-examine your breast, and for those of us aged 50 to 71, attend your breast screening every 3 years. Maybe you ignored your screening letter, or you need to reschedule your appointment. Whatever your situation, Take action today. Search London Breast Screening online or call 0203 758 2024. Attend your breast screening and take charge of your health.
1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer, a shocking fact that we can help change by increasing early diagnosis. My name is Dean. I'm from South London, a DJ and record label owner, but most importantly, a son, brother, uncle, and friend. Prostate cancer is having a devastating impact on our families and our communities. That's why I went to my GP and asked for a PSA blood test to check my risk of prostate cancer. The nurse took blood from my arm, and within a few weeks, I was told everything looks fine. Brothers, please do the same. Our health is the real wealth. Prostate cancer has no symptoms in its early stages, so a PSA blood test can help pick up the disease early. Early diagnosis of cancer means much better survival rates. And I want to see more of our people surviving cancer. What will it take for you to get checked? Black men 45 and over, contact your GP practice today and ask for a PSA blood test.
Just School Radio is on the hunt for DJs, presenters and hosts to be a part of our broadcasting assistant team. If you feel you have the skills and the ability to join this exclusive team, then get in contact with Just Cool Radio right about now via the email JUSCOOLRADIO@outlook.com. Also, contact us via WhatsApp or via the phone line on the number of +447 538 704 791. We repeat one more time, this is JustCoolRadio.com, on the hunt for hosts, presenters and DJs who would like to join our broadcasting team. So if you want to join our team, the number is +447 538 704 791. JustCoolRadio.com, disturbing the silence, catching the eye of many.